It's gonna be late. Mark, where's your long johns at? You know, home john.
You got a t-shirt on.
I know. I'm sitting there freezing looking at
Well,
it.
if that's the case, let's open the window. Let's
Oh,
cool
no,
her off.
that's not it.
Can't afford long sleeve shirt, man.
Are you cold too?
No,
My
does
hands
she,
are
what does she look like?
She looks like Marlene. Marlene, she just has her hands back in her sleeves. Are you cold
Yeah,
yet?
gloves.
We just ain't stupid.
That was cold.
Give me
Yeah,
your.
go ahead, I'm used to it now.
Oh, 7 o'clock.
And I'm here.
And you're here, that's. Okay, 7 o'clock, there is a quorum present. Today is December 13th, 2010. I now call this meeting order. Linda, please read the minutes.
Minutes of City of Glencoe, November the 8th, 2010. Officials present, Lisa Nance, Mark Wilson, Rick Dunaway, Mike Hampton, Mike Murphy, Derek Wilson, and Charlotte Adams. Employees present, Ed Caldwell, Scott Kamick, and Linda Hunter. Others present, Julia Proctor, Boyd and Betty Lineberger, Jim Nance, Ed Wilson, Gerald Mullins, Michelle Edmondson, Bernie Edmondson.
Jenny, not Bernie. Jenny.
I'm sorry, it's Benny. I just
Hey,
renamed
Bonnie.
it. It's on there right, I just pronounced it wrong. Holly Wilson, Brittany Wilson, Marlene Black, and Auditor David Baker, Hardis and Amy Davis from GC Videos. Meeting called to order by Mayor Murphy at 7:01 p.m. Minutes read, Rick Dunaway made a motion to approve minutes, seconded by Mike Hampton. An email was read about Elaine's condition and that she was in the hospital. Treasurer's report, Charlotte Adams made a motion to approve as delivered, seconded by Mike Hampton. Bills, motion made to pay bills by Charlotte Adams, seconded by Rick Dunaway.
Glad you said something.
Audit, Mr. Baker, auditor, presented the audit reports for 2007, 8, and 9. He said he did not see a lot of problems. The city is very small and internal controls are not on par with larger cities. It is impossible with little money to hire additional staff. He referred to the GASB 34 rule. Those have been included in the audit. There were no problems in the audit. He mentioned the sidewalk grant and those documents have been submitted for reimbursements. The reimbursement is expected from the state presently. He further suggested that the city do an audit every 2 years in the future. Rick Dunaway asked about the sidewalk grant and what the exact amount was. The amount spent was $32,000. Our request is for the money less our 20% match. Mark Wilson asked when the audit is completely finished. The auditor said it will be $5,000 when it was completely finished. I didn't state that too well there. KIA, KHC, and block grant register was handed out by the mayor. Mayor Murphy went over the bank statements. Balances are $1 on KIA. KHC has a 0 balance. The KHC account has been closed out. The block grant register goes from 2005 to October 11, 2010. It is at 0 and closed out. There were no questions. KIA is the only account that is still open. Litter abatement grant request. The request has been prepared and submitted. There were no questions. Contract amendment. Carroll County wants to amend the contract for sewer. Carrollton Utilities is going to take our money and mix in with Jet, Worthville, and other grant sources. We have about $51,000 left. There is about $3 million that is going to be combined from various sources. Mayor Murphy is holding Carrollton Utilities to make sure all is done legally. He would like something in writing. City Attorney Scott Kamick said that he feels it is okay as long as he gets a letter from the appropriate agency states it is okay. It was a consensus of the council that Mayor Murphy proceeds with caution and gets things in writing. Dunaway, Lisa Nance, Derek Wilson, and Mike Hampton said for the mayor to do as he sees fit to sign off. Snow removal, Mayor Murphy talked with David Poland and he will do the removal again for the same amount as last year and the salt is extra as it has been in the past. The charge is to be $300 each time he removes snow plus the salt cost. Lisa Nance made a motion to accept the bid, and Mike Hampton seconded. Motion passed to keep Poland. Vacant residential property ordinance was discussed. This will give the city more power to go after the property owners. The council is to study the ordinance and decide how they want to deal with it in future meeting. Turkey shoot at the fairgrounds. Hargis Davis asked about the city giving permission to have a turkey shoot at the fairgrounds. Mark Wilson made a motion to let them have the turkey shoots, seconded by Mike Hampton. Motion passed. Resignation. Linda Hunter's resignation was read by Mayor Murphy. Copy attached to the minutes. Mark Wilson made a motion to accept resignation, seconded by Derek Wilson. Motion passed. Mayor addressed council. Mayor Murphy said that the audit has proved that he was not a thief and that he has never lied and does not have all the numbers in his head at this time. He went on to refer to the editorial by Rick Dunaway that recently appeared in the Gallatin County News, saying there was $20,000 to $40,000 that was in question. There was a question about the filing of the paperwork to get the refund of $20,000 to the city for the sidewalk project. Champions Drug-Free Program in Gallatin County Schools. Boyd Lineberger spoke about the program to help school-aged children learn about drug prevention and recovery. He stated that there was a meeting every second Monday around 11 a.m. Charlotte Adam asked how long it would be before 127 restaurant would be hooked onto the sewer. Mayor reported it was in Carrollton Utilities' hands. They have been given a list of people who needed to be hooked up. Mark Wilson congratulated Jim Nance on his win as mayor and also noted that there was some cheating going on in the polls and that he is pursuing it with the county clerk. He stated that he was not saying that Mr. Nance was cheating. It was another candidate. Motion to adjourn made by Mike Hampton, seconded by Lisa Nance.
Question?
Yeah, I got a couple. As far as Mark Wilson, he never said it was another candidate. He said it was someone who knew who it was. He didn't mention anything about a candidate.
Okay.
The other one, I'll just leave be. It ain't.
I thought I heard him say it wasn't Mr. Nance, it was another
I did.
candidate.
He did.
Okay. I'm hearing differently, I guess, but
Make a motion to approve as read.
Motion.
Have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
1, 2, 3. Anybody else? 4 ayes. Motion's passed. Just got the treasurer's report. Any questions about it? If there's no questions, I have a motion to approve the treasurer's report.
Motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second? Motion failed due to a second. Okay, the next item is pay bills. Bills are floating around right now. We'll come back to that. Okay. First thing you have is Gallatin County. You should have a letter from them. You can see the first bill is for $10,000 for paving Hawthorne Street. And another one is another bill here for $708 for risers for manholes. Mark, my understanding was the county was gonna pay for this, correct? The risers for the manholes?
Yeah.
Okay. But they billed us anyway.
How much is that bill for?
$708. So what I've done is I got a hold of Carrollton Utilities, and they have actually paid for the risers. So we didn't have to pay for it out of our pocket, since it was related to sewer. I got that check here. I'm gonna take it when we take ours up there and pay it off. That way we get credit all once for all of it, and it's done. So what I need to ask you is, if you want to go ahead and pay this $10,000 to the county.
Well, we actually,
Yeah, we
We
have.
agreed
We
to
made
it.
a deal.
Yep, you made a deal.
I didn't think it should have been stuck in the regular bills, or if you just wanted to discuss it, that's up to you, if you just wanna go ahead and pay it. I just made a motion to pay.
And
I'll
it's-
make a motion, we already paid it. Second. I'll make a motion.
I have a motion,
Second.
I have a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion's passed. We'll take care of that. In fact, you should have a letter to Bill Osborne where I got the money from, or what I
Okay,
said.
motion was made by who?
Mark.
Mark?
Mark. Seconded by who?
Me.
Okay.
It's cold night, I wanna get out of here. I got a light fire at home. Trust me. Unless you wanna come pull all the pipes out.
You got the fireplace burning?
What fireplace? We took it all out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, last time I had a fire in there, my wife tried to burn the place down. Why do you think I took it out?
Yeah.
Okay. KIA pay request. You should have a copy of the pay request for KIA. You should also have a bank statement. Okay, they are requesting now $7,444.50. This request has already been mailed,
7,444.
$444.50.
Okay.
Are there any questions about this pay request? I'll get to the bank statement after you get done with this. Make a motion to approve the request.
Motion.
I have a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion's passed again. Now, you have a copy of the bank statement, KIA. It shows $2,450 in the account.
2,000.
450, easy.
Okay.
And this was issued, I think, right after I wrote the check for $2,450. So that's going to zero itself out on the next statement. So you know where it's all at. In fact, your balance will be $1 when it's done with. Any questions about it? Okay. Okay, we're gonna move around just a little bit. Next thing you have is a resolution, 12/13/2010. What this resolution is for, so we can go ahead and use the remaining sewer funds for a telemetry system put on the pump stations. What that does, it talks back and forth to Carrollton on the readings and everything. That's how they tell when the pump station's perked up. You got a question? You look confused there.
Not yet.
Not yet?
I've been talking sewer for 2 weeks, so
Yeah.
I heard all that technicality.
Okay. You know, I don't know why it got bid out. I thought it'd be done by change order. Carrollton said they had to bid it, according to what the state said. And, you know, we were gonna turn the money over to Carrollton. But KIA at the last minute changed their mind the third time, says, no, you can't do it legally. That's the reason we're doing this, to go ahead and use the remaining funds for equipment on the Glencoe pumps. This way the money can't get moved. Well, we lose the money. Simple as that. If we didn't use it, we lose it. So we're just adding another piece of equipment onto the system. Like I said, it helps if if the pumps break down, Carol's gonna know about it right away, because they come in their office. So, you have any questions about this resolution?
Well, if they do that, I guess what, will that be a sealed bid?
Yeah. In fact, you have a copy of the advertisement, it's already been put out. Carol can have so many days to do it. And I think we're supposed to have a bid opening this Friday at 1 o'clock. You got a copy of the advertisement, Rick, if you want. Should be in there.
Okay, right here.
That's what that's about there. Okay?
Thank you.
Is there any questions about this resolution? Because we're trying to get as much of this wrapped up before the end of the year. What we're trying to do. And this is the only way we can do it. To go ahead and spend the remaining funds and get ready to start closing out the books on it. Unless somebody has a better idea. No idea? Come on. So, got a motion for Linda to go ahead and read the resolution?
Motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I think I heard 3 ayes.
Aye.
Okay, 4 ayes. Here you go, Linda. Read away.
Okay. Resolution number 121321010. City of Glencoe, SX 210771000, 14N-2008. Be it resolved by the City of Glencoe to use the remaining House Bill 608 funds to purchase in part a SCADA telemetry, my mouth doesn't want to work tonight, system for pump stations located in the City of Glencoe. The City of Glencoe also authorizes the mayor to accept bids and award the project upon the engineer's recommendation. The mayor is also authorized, directed, and empowered by the city to execute the contract and all other necessary documents or agreements, and to otherwise act on behalf of the guarantee to implement the project.
Questions? Make a motion to approve.
Motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion says. Encroachment bond. We went ahead and got the encroachment bond. We went ahead and paid for it. In the last regional meeting that we had, Mac Construction will be reimbursing the city back for $458.10, what we put out on encroachment. The reason we did that is make them pay for it because we told them they were at fault. That's the reason this sewer project is going as long as it has, because of the work. Better out of their pocket than ours. Any questions about that? We need to go back, treasurer's report. I think that goes actually. Everybody's had time to consider the treasurer's report?
If you have questions, I have the bank statements here for your viewing. I'll be glad to answer any questions if you have a question on it or a problem with it. It did balance exactly to the penny with the bank.
Do I have a motion to approve the treasurer report?
Yes, sir.
I have a motion, do I have a second? Second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion's passed. There you go. Okay, the bills have already been floating around, I guess Mark's still got them in his hand, right? Cold enough for you?
Springtime in the Rockies.
Yeah.
While they're looking at the bills, let me me take this opportunity to catch up on our visitors. Let's see,
Okay.
Boyd. Okay, your name, please?
Cy Lipscomb.
I'm sorry,
Cy, S-I. Lipscomb.
YPSCO, maybe?
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, I get paid. And the
That
lady
ain't
back
no
here,
fire.
your name?
Dorothy Chapman.
Dorothy Chapman?
I want that ringtone.
I like that.
August. I want
All
the
right, the
ringtone.
gentleman standing against the wall with the bagel shirt on.
Harvest Davis.
I guess I thought that was you, but I wasn't sure. Get the hat on. Thank you. I think I got everybody.
You can have one. I don't need one.
I don't want you to lose your place.
Oh, that's right. Sometimes I stay lost.
Are we still passing the rules around?
Yep.
Like this hardware and building supply, was that on the lights and all that, on the poles, studs, all that sort of stuff?
I think it's between the city building and lights.
What was
All
this?
this
Not yet.
Okay.
We replaced them last year. Hope they last another year.
We still got one down,
Right.
down by the gas company.
Last year it shined. This year it
Yeah,
didn't.
that's why I missed it.
Okay.
That's all that was. It's odds and ends that I fixed in here. The faucet that was up here, it kind of froze up on me. Couldn't get it off. Couldn't move it back and forth.
Oh, that one?
Yeah.
It's good.
Wonder why, it's been there a while.
I've been here 14, so
I
I
don't
don't
know
know
where
what
it
it
came
was before that.
from, Mike.
Probably only been there 20 years.
Came
Okay.
out of my place, like the cabinets did.
Do we have a motion to pay the bills?
Motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
I got 2 seconds. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Okay, next thing you have is Scott's resignation. This is, dear Mayor, Glencoe City Council, thank you for allowing me the opportunity of serving as Glencoe City Attorney for the past 14 years. It has truly been an honor and a pleasure participating as City Attorney. After taking some time to reflect and ponder my continued participation with the city, I have determined that I will not continue my role as Glencoe City Attorney in 2011. I therefore resign my position effective December 31, 2010. I sincerely wish the city of Glencoe the best in the future and hope that the incoming mayor and council can put aside all differences and stop the bickering for the good of the city. Again, thank you for the opportunity to participate in your local government. Scott Campbell. Make a motion to accept the resignation.
Motion.
I have a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion's passed. You have anything for us, Wayne? This is a short meeting.
I guess it was. Since I wasn't here earlier, let me ask about, was there in the minutes that Jim is to be the new mayor? It's a technical thing that we need for him to assume the right to sign the checks.
Well, he's gonna have to do that through the bank. We can't do
No,
that
it's gotta
now.
be in the minutes too.
Okay, well,
There's Mark Wilson congratulated Jim Nance on
Yeah, I
his
did.
win as mayor.
I done used it all, the bank's taken care of, so it's all
I know,
passed.
I know they had to have a resolution and everything to do it. Anything else?
But she did say it should be in the minutes.
Okay.
So I took that copy where Mark Wilson congratulated me, with me along with my swearing in and it has.
By the way, congratulations.
All in, all day.
David.
Yeah, I see that. You have a middle name?
Yeah, where'd that Dave come from? That ain't even my middle name.
Names for it. Oh, you got for me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Can I do something for you? Come on. No? Jim?
Yeah, I have some questions. I wanted to address Linda, if I may.
Okay.
This is going to be our new secretary and treasurer, and is there something, things we need that you could do on your computer that you could download for her that we might need going into the new year?
I gave the accountant everything as of 11/31/2010, zip drive it for him. I'll be glad, if you want to provide me with the zip drive, I'll be glad to do the same thing. You have copies in the file of minutes past. I don't know, I've tried previously to copy them onto a drive, and they haven't copied successfully. Mike even tried to help me. We can try that again if you want them. I'm not gonna guarantee, like I say, I'm not gonna guarantee they're gonna copy. Your treasurer's reports are in you. When I started, and I had to recoup and pick up from there. I'll be glad to provide her those things. I think they'll help her. You will need, if you want to use QuickBooks, you'll need to get a QuickBooks program, because the QuickBooks program that I use belongs to the state, and I can't copy that. That would be piracy. So I'd like to copy it to my home computer, but I can't. But that's what I use.
Things that you think you might need, I mean, you all understand that, talk better than I do, so
I don't know. I don't know, I guess, but I'll be glad to. I can't say that I'll have time to help her, but I would be glad to see that she has all the material, and I can answer basic questions, and I can give you my phone number. And I delivered the audit work for 2010 to the auditor today, and told him that if he needs me for any questions, even if it's past my 12/31 date, to call me, and I'd be glad to help him. So, you know, and if he's missing, sees he's missing anything, I hope I provide him everything he needed, but I've got a bunch of files to bring down here, and it could have been some things were in those. So, yeah, we'll coordinate. I just don't think I'll have time to do a lot of helping, but I can provide you with information and real quick help over the phone. Okay.
Next
that
question?
would be great help. I mean, you know, maybe get her phone number,
Yeah,
and,
I'm easy to get a hold of. Sorta. Sorta.
Now you're lying.
Now you call and
I can
leave a
never find
message,
you.
I'll find you.
Anything else, Jim?
I would say, on your payrolls, and this might revert back to Linda too, I don't
Mhm.
know.
Everything does.
Everything's in there, your
Yeah,
payroll
yeah.
deductions in there.
Yeah, I can get to the payroll things. W-2s will have to be made out before January 28th. I have all the information in here except maybe a current address for Ed and social security number, I think, for Derek. You'll need to get Derek's social security number.
I'm not in,
Huh?
I'm not in the office now.
Well, no, what we need to do is we need to give you a W-2 for this past
That's
year.
For your
that's-
last year.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you meant.
yeah. No, it'll be.
And
a
don't
current-
worry about it, it ain't enough to file to get rid of.
Yeah, you don't get rich. But you still,
Yeah, you
because I
won't get
report
rich.
the social security and Medicare, you still
Yeah,
need
that's
all
what
that
I do.
information to report on your taxes, so you don't get into trouble.
Anything else?
Yeah, that sounds all right.
Hey, what about these jugs here?
We're gonna deal with that here in just a
Oh,
few
okay.
minutes. Jimbo?
Oh, I just thought I'd tell you what was going on. Hey, I'm sitting all by myself over at the house, so I went across the street.
So you picked the coldest night to walk over?
Well,
huh?
yeah.
Benny? Everything, ma'am? Hokey?
Thank you.
These is our friends
What?
from up north, they're looking for property, so. Taking one by the city building, is it yourself?
Well, you only have 18 days left, let's make a deal. Cookie, you have anything?
Nothing.
Yes, sir, now thank you.
Veronica Chapman?
I don't.
Okay. Rick, you have anything?
I just have one. I accept the resignations. I mean, I understand that. But I don't really agree with the statements that because of the past few years, it's been common knowledge that you've said for years that when you leave, they was leaving. So that to build it up as there's animosity amongst a couple of the council members. There has been a lot of bickering, but that's not why it is. We all know it.
Well, it's his opinion.
Right, that's just what you said.
Well, I know, but it's his opinion too.
Yes.
That's what I
To
want to leave.
clarify that.
Mike didn't influence my decision to
I'm
leave.
just saying, for years back, he said that when he leaves, the only reason you and Mike were staying here was for him, and that when he leaves, you guys were.
Well, it don't make any difference, she's
No,
gone.
I
I
promised
know, I
Mike,
realize that, but
I wanted to quit 2 years ago when all the bickering started. I just
Okay.
couldn't stand it.
I'm-
I hated to come here. I used to love it.
Well, we're
When
not,
all that started, I promised Mike, if he would stay as mayor and serve his term out, I would stick with him and serve my term as long as you wanted me to do. And when that 2 years was up, I was history.
well, we're not gonna retread history.
I just asked for that, I was just making
Well,
a point.
I understand, but I'm just not gonna do it again.
All right,
Anything else?
not for me.
Lisa?
Yeah, Merry Christmas, everyone.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And Happy New Year.
Derek? Charlie? Any answer to your weather thing that we talked about in the minutes was Carrollton, when they're gonna notify people, we talked to them today.
Okay,
Yeah,
still
so we
ain't
kinda
got
dropped
it.
the ball on it out there.
Well, it's the cold now, there's no doing anything over that hill for a little while.
Okay, well, that's it. Mike?
I'm good.
Mark?
Yeah.
Adrian.
No, this time, I kinda like this meeting, it went about half decent this time. And I wanna congratulate all the newcomers and all the old comers, and welcome back to another painful 2 years. Enjoy.
There is one other thing, Mike,
Yes,
I'd
sir.
like to ask you. I know you have a lot of phone numbers that I would probably definitely need. Would you mind leaving me a copy of any of them, or, I know it's in your personal thing.
I'm gonna write down the things that you're gonna need,
Yeah, I appreciate that.
because there's gonna be some you're gonna need right off the bat. I don't think anybody wanna walk through a footnote notice sometimes, so I'll have that, I'll have it here. If there's no other questions,
I have one comment, a question. I wanted to thank you for the nice plaque and for the nice words and stuff. I'm sorry I didn't make the dinner, but I have to plan my schedule at least 2 weeks ahead of time, if not 3, so that's why I wasn't there. I do thank you. I appreciate it. I hope somebody ate something good for me.
yeah, it was.
I
Trust
did.
me.
About to kill a horse and about killed me.
Marlene? Well, your time is just about right, we're done.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done.
It was a short
Just
meeting.
do that side door.
Hey, we ain't done yet.
No, me and you and her's gonna deal with that, pal. Well, one thing I have here for Scott and Linda, thanking you for your service to the city. In fact, Scott, I was one of the people that helped hire you.
Yeah, exactly. 14 years ago.
Fortunately, you did.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. I thank you for all your service.
Okay, I'm just glad to get it.
And don't run off. We're not done. If we have nothing else, make a motion to adjourn, so we all can go back out in the cold.
Motion.
I have my car running, but it's gonna be this short.
I have a motion.
Can I make a real quick point? Thank you everybody for letting me sit here for 14 years. I've really enjoyed it. I wish all the incoming council the best and mayor. It's been quite a ride for 14 years, and I honestly have enjoyed it. With my office, Justin Lawrence, he's part of my office. And anyhow, I asked Justin if he would be interested in having his name considered. And he let me know on the way down here that he would like to be considered for the job. So Justin is a smart young guy, and a whole lot smarter than I am probably. So, but anyway, he would like to have his name considered. So he has an office at my office in Florence, and he also still is at his dad's office, Larry Lawrence, in Warsaw. So anyhow,
So
I
what's
just want
his
to say
name?
that. Justin Lawrence, yeah. He's been practicing law for about 5 years. And like I say, he's a smart young guy.
Has he
So-
really cheap?
That's wrong then to ask an attorney.
He's probably not cheap. You get what you pay for, maybe, so. But anyhow, he would like to be considered, so.
Okay.
Do I have a second for motion?
He's not down here as much, so, yeah.
Did you
Okay,
second that
I
motion?
need a second to adjourn.
Second.
Who made the initial motion? I missed that.
I did.
She did?
I have a motion, I have a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Motion passed. Well, that's
Charlotte
pretty
made
good.
the
Get that.
motion, we seconded, I'm ready to wait.